Hello everyone, welcome to the Way to Work podcast. You're with your host Julie Leahy. Today I'm joined by the fantastic Attaliah Strubel, all the way from Germany via the United States. Welcome to the show, Attaliah.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Whereabouts are you in Germany? Are you in Munich?
No, I am in Heidelberg.
Heidelberg. Well, that's very interesting because there is a town kind of to the right of me called Heidelberg, because it was settled by people from Heidelberg and they have all sorts of German things there. It's very strange to see that in the middle of Australia, let me tell you.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea that existed.
No, nor did I. All right, so we're going to play a game of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Then we're going to meet Attaliah and talk about all the fantastic things Attaliah is doing. So the first question, let me just bring up the audio for the game. All right, first question. A rich sauce in Mexican cuisine, mole, most commonly features which of these ingredients?
Mole is one of my favorite things, and I sometimes add chocolate.
Chocolate. Mole, mole, mole. Lock it in.
Yay.
That is correct. I had no idea about that one. Continuing on. A renowned musical group, Pershings Own, is the official band of what branch of the U.S. Armed Forces? Army, Navy, Air Force, or National Guard? Do you have any military people in your family?
No, I don't.
Nor do I.
I'm going to go with B.
Well, but I was just going to tell
Navy.
you, Attaliah, before you do that, I forgot to tell you that you have lifelines. You can do a 50-50 split, poll the audience, or you can Google on your phone. And if you're not sure with a question like this, I suggest you use a lifeline. You got 3 of them.
Okay, so I'm going to go with 50-50.
All right, 50-50 split. Okay, so we've got 2 left. I'm gonna have to save you, Attaliah. Don't say Navy. I save people for one question. I implore you, pick A.
Okay, A, Army.
Locking it in, A. That is correct, Attaliah. Fantastic. You pulled that one out of the fire. And that's the last time I'm going to help you like that. As people know that watch this podcast, you get 1 save from me. Continuing on. A popular holiday dish that features a chicken stuffed inside a duck, stuffed inside a turkey, goes by what name? Turducken, Chidu Turk, Quail Feast Goose, Chickden Turk. Goodness me.
Okay, I'm going to have to poll the audience.
Poll the audience on this ridiculous dish question. A popular holiday dish that features a chicken stuffed inside a duck, stuffed inside a turkey, goes by what name? Votes are coming in. Is it A, Turducken, B, Chidu Turk, C, Quail Feast Goose, D, Chicken Turk? Are any of these real? Okay, the votes are coming in. We've got 81% for A, Turducken.
I'm going to go with A because I thought it was turducken.
Yep. Okay, so sometimes you do have to burn a lifeline. That is correct. You're still alive. 500, I think. That's what that says. All right, continuing on. A replica of John Sutter's sawmill in Coloma, California, marks what important event in U.S. history? Civil War, Gold Rush, Great Depression with not great spelling from me, or Pearl Harbor? A replica of John Sutter's sawmill in Coloma, California marks what important event in US history? Do you have any idea without locking it in?
No, I don't. I have somewhat of idea because John Sutter's sawmill sounds familiar from history class, but not 100%.
Well, which way would you be leaning without locking it in?
I would lean towards the gold rush.
All right, lean right into it, Attaliah. and lock it in.
B, Gold Rush.
That is correct. I've spooked you a bit with all this talk about lifelines. You were onto the right one. A reference to its famous monument, Great Faces, Great Places, appears on license plates issued by what US state? Wyoming, South Dakota, Alaska, or Illinois? Great Faces, Great Places. Have you seen any number plates with Great Faces, Great Places?
I thought it was going to be like Washington, but that's not an option.
It's not an option. So you got one. Have you got any inclination without locking it in?
I would say any Great Faces, Great Places sounds South Dakota-like to me.
Are you confident enough to lock it in?
No.
Well, you've got one lifeline left, but it's up to you whether you want to save it or just go for it.
I'll just go for it because I feel like South Dakota is like that place.
You've got an inkling, and that inkling is correct. Well done. You have reached the $1,000 safe zone. This is funny money, by the way. I don't owe you $1,000. Just want to point that out. All right, continuing on. A rupture in the tympanic membrane usually has a negative effect on which of the senses? Smell, touch, vision, or hearing. The tympanic membrane, if that gets ruptured, what of the senses would be affected? Smell, touch, vision, or hearing? I think I know this one. Do you have any idea, Attaliah?
I really should know this because I went to school for nursing. I do think I do kind of know it.
Attaliah, if you went to school for nursing, you must know this. Which way are you leaning towards?
It's hearing.
You know what? I think you just need to what's the German word for just like chutzpah? Go for it. Grab it by the...
Go for it.
Yeah.
D, hearing.
Hearing. Lock it in. Achtung. That is correct. You just heard the entire length of my German vocabulary. Continuing on. A scratch test is an exam given by a physician, almost perfect for you, to determine whether a patient has what ailment? Headaches, allergies, influenza, or gastro?
B, allergies.
Allergies, all right. Attaliah's starting to get some momentum. That is correct. I had grave fears that we were going to go out at 500, but we're making a comeback. Well done. Notice I'm saying we now. You are making a comeback. A sacred prayer in the Roman Catholic faith, Ave Maria, gets its name from a Latin phrase meaning what? Hail Mary, let it be, praise the Lord, peace be with you.
A, Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. I always think of NFL, but that is correct. Well, all of a sudden, Attaliah is charging up at $8,000 and still got one lifeline to go. So who knows? Could go all the way here. A rival to Amazon's Kindle. What is the name of the ebook reader sold by Barnes & Noble? Is Barnes & Noble still in business?
Yes, they are.
Okay, well, I don't know how old this question is, but apparently they had a version of the Kindle. Is it called the Nook, the Cranny, the Pocket, or the Doodah?
The Nook.
Oh, you know this one. I'm presuming this is correct. It is correct. Well done, Attaliah. All of a sudden, it's getting into the serious zone. Do they still sell Nooks?
I have no idea. I never owned one. I just knew about it.
I think my mum might have bought one, but it's like black and white. It didn't have a really old-fashioned looking thing. Anyway, a scholar who is a classicist deals primarily with texts originally written in what languages? Arabic and Urdish, Italian and Turkish, Greek and Latin, Chinese and Japanese. A scholar who is a classicist deals primarily with texts originally written in what languages?
C, Greek and Latin.
Greek and Latin, no hesitation. And that is correct. Well done, Attaliah. That's the $32,000 safe zone. And, I mean, we were blowing out lifelines all over the place at the beginning, and now you are probably got 5 questions left. All right, let's see how we go. A person known to doctors as a universal donor. Oh, these are all nursing questions. This is rigged. A person known to doctors as a universal donor has which of these blood types? O, B, A, or AB? I have no idea. A person known to doctors. O.
It's AO.
AO. AO.
AO.
AO is correct. Well done, Attaliah. Attaliah is going to go all the way and maybe qualify for the champion round of Jeopardy, where we bring back all the people who went all the way. Wouldn't that be amazing? Okay, a prayer rug called a Sajjada is traditionally used by members of what religion? Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, or Islam? A Sajjada rug. You got one lifeline, or you could just go for it.
I think I'll go for it. C, Hinduism.
Unfortunately, Islam is the correct answer. I know that they are very fond of the rugs and they pull them out 3 times a day, I think, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well done. You did very well, and you got well up there to the $64,000 question. But now we're going to talk about what you're doing as far as blogging and podcasting and why you were doing it, and tell me all about it.
So I originally started my business as a full-time nurse, and honestly, I never planned on having a business. It just kind of happened because I needed to figure out Germany. So that's what I Googled, what everyone Googles, how to make money. And I found blogging, and from there I was like, okay, I'm going to start a blog, because we had traveled a lot, we'd done different things, our story is unique. So I was like, okay, we'll just go ahead and go for it and do it this way. And then the pandemic hit, and it was like, okay, there's no traveling happening, so all of our trips that we were going to take and I was going to blog are like gone. And so I focused on getting personal and for people in my community to like me as a person, and then have whatever it was that I was doing be here. And by the end of the year, a multi-million dollar.
So you really sort of blew up on Instagram, is that right? With Reels? Awesome. Now, this is something I do actually want to know. What is the secret to making a good Reel or even a TikTok? Are they similar?
Understanding what you're trying to sell or who you're trying to attract. Like, following trends isn't really going to help you get that conversion. That's just going to get people's eyes on your content. But you really need to dig deep and think, what is my purpose on this app? And how can I bring that purpose alive? And I would say right now, people just like the short form type of thing. So having text on a B-roll type of content and just writing it out and then putting it that way. Or if you're a podcaster, you can take clips of pieces of your podcast and put those on Reels and then lead people to your podcast from there.
Yes, very, very, very good stuff. And as far as monetizing it, how do you people make the leap from creating a good short form video, but how do you actually turn it into dollars?
So turning it into dollars depends on the skills that you have. And so I always think like, I mean, everyone has skills that are monetizable. So if you're somebody that likes to take pictures, then you can go into photography. And if you're somebody that's very organized, you can go into virtual assisting and helping people get organized and use your social media to attract to that. And there are multiple different ways. If you're somebody who just enjoys making video and enjoy making content, you can work with brands. You can do affiliate links and have people buy from your affiliate links. You can create a course or an ebook over content creation and how to create content. You can do a photography class. There's just so many different avenues that you can go. It just really depends, one, on the time that you have, and two, on the skills that you have. And also, you really want to be very focused in your lane, because I think a lot of the times people are just like, oh, I'm going to create an ebook, and then they've never taken a marketing course. They don't know how to sell. So now you spent 2-3 weeks creating this ebook, and maybe it's amazing, but people aren't going to buy it because you haven't learned the skills of sales.
Yes, 100% agree with that. And do you see any kind of trends that are coming up? I'm always interested in what's coming up. Like, there was, the whole TikTok thing. Or is there any strategies, maybe new strategies that people are doing that are working that you see?
So one thing that people want now is storytelling. So that is what's going to set you apart from everybody, is your story, because obviously each of our stories are very individual. And so the way to curate content to go to that, let me tell you are becoming like Ryan Air. Like if you it's just funny things like, oh, you get on Ryan Air and then they put like their it says everyone.
I like that. It's particularly because they're like a bargain. They're like Spirit. Yeah. So and they get a lot of criticism, but it's always good to you can't run away from it. And certain people that are getting a lot of criticism, you just got to embrace it. I like that. That's a good idea. Very funny. I'm going to check that out. And who do you work with mostly, Attaliah? What sort of things are you doing?
So I also businesses who are working content, and people Instagram and you're struggling to convert your content, then I'm your girl.
Awesome. And in the description, I've got a link to Ataliah's stuff. What can people expect if they head over there?
My blog is my baby. There's so much information on here. If you're somebody that's like looking for different travels, there's travel information on there. If you just want to be nosy and know about my life, I have different blog posts on that. And then I also go into digital marketing, and in there you can see the different courses and programs that I have for you to not only learn about Instagram, but really convert your content into those sales.
Awesome. So check that out. That's in the description. Check out Annabelle's blog, and also you can follow her on Instagram, which is where you mainly are. Is that correct?
Yes.
Awesome. No worries. Well, thank you for coming on, and well done. You did fantastic on the game as well.
Thank you so much.
No worries. I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for listening and watching.